So we like to have fun together outside of the podcast, wouldn't you say?
Do we?
I mean, I like to have fun. What do you want to bring up? What are you talking about?
So, the other weekend when it was near the Halloween times of October. We went out, we went to a haunted house, and then we came home. And what was that fun little game we played?
It was Bean Boozled.
It was Bean Boozled.
And it was a mistake.
It was a mistake.
Wasn't that bad.
Okay.
We played this specific game. For those who don't know, Bean Boozled is a little game where they have jelly beans, and you like spin a wheel, it lands on a specific colored jelly bean, and you pick one of those colors, and you can either...
It could be good or bad.
Right.
So you could get, let's say it's pink. You could get pink smoothie. Wait, no, not pink smoothie. Strawberry smoothie. Or...
Puke.
I think that was the barf one,
Yeah.
We also added an extra layer of difficulty because they had a special Bean Boozled that was, like, all pepper themed. And so it was, the Carolina Reaper and jalapeno and habanero and...
Either way, the one specific person who wanted to play these games was Beth.
I said that I had not played Bean Boozled with anyone before, that I wanted to. I was not dead set on it. It was Anna who was like, we have to go to all the stores and see if we can find Bean Boozled.
Because I like to make my friends happy.
And also in pain.
Yes.
So, we played Bean Boozled, and I think it was Anna was the first one to go.
Yes.
She spins, and was the first one, I think the first one
Liver
was,
and onions.
Yeah, liver and onions,
Yep.
which was bad enough as it is. And then Beth went, and she immediately got a terrible flavor.
No,
she got a
I
good
got, like,
flavor.
marshmallow.
Oh, that's right, you got the marshmallow.
I was having a good luck streak, and y'all were struggling.
You were not having a good luck streak.
Okay, but so anyway, my next round comes and I get stink bug or cappuccino, and it was fucking stink bug, and it was the gnarliest, most disgusting, foul thing I have ever experienced in my life.
And you want to know what this bitch does. I am sitting over there enjoying my beverage, enjoying my nice little sody pop, and this bitch goes, "Hey, Harmony." And I look at her, and she blows her nasty ass stink bug breath in my face immediately after I had just swallowed some sody pop. And I almost throw up.
She like gagged and water sounds came up.
It was so
gross.
watery.
And then Beth decides at the end of our game that she is going to take one of each
Color.
shitty flavor and put them all in her mouth at once.
Because earlier in the game, I said you were being a bunch of pussies. And then you were like, oh, we'll eat them all at once. So I did.
She's like, oh, it's not that bad. And it's like, girl.
It wasn't that bad.
Okay, whatever.
It was. She just has depression.
Anyway, 0 out of 10. Don't recommend.
Why did I write this?
Brought to you by the record button.
Hello and welcome to Why Did I Write This, the show where we read questionable writing so you don't have to. I'm Beth.
I'm Christmas Anna.
I'm Jingle Harmony.
And happy holidays from all of us, I guess.
Happy holidays.
What? What was that awful?
It's coming out on my new CD. It's just that 5-second clip. Only $39.99.
Wow.
Oh, wow. What a steal.
Ooh.
Okay, well, what do we got going on here?
So, listen. Back in 5th grade, I went on this trip to camp. and we did so many fun winter activities.
Wow, so many
And was
fun.
this like an overnight camp?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, I
Okay.
think we
Like-
were there for like 3 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
I went there too.
did. It was like standard for the school we went to.
Yeah.
So, the title is Camp E. I'm not giving the full name. It's
That's
just
a
Camp
smart
E.
idea.
Campy.
So, Campy Ewok.
Camp Ewok. Okay.
So there are real names in here. So I have taken the time to go through and rename them, and I have a cheat sheet over here on this side. So let me go ahead and tell you all about my trip to Camp Ewok.
Okay.
When I was in 5th grade, I went to Camp Ewok, where we spent most of our time outside. Getting ready on Tuesday night was very easy because I had my brother read the list out loud while I went in to get the things I needed.
How nice of him.
It was time to go to sleep. I told my mom I couldn't get to sleep over and over, but all she said was just try. After an hour later, I fell asleep. I slept okay, but I woke up at 5:30 a.m. and I looked down where my clock was supposed to be, but then I realized that it wasn't there. I just guessed that it was 5:30 because I forgot to plug it in and set the time.
I see. Very
that you-
reliable.
Right. You were like, it feels like a 5:30.
The vibes are telling me it's 5.
Oh my god.
Fives are the 4 plus 5, the shapes are telling me that it's 5:30 in the morning.
As a 5th grader,
Yes.
you can clearly read vibes, okay?
Venus is telling me the stars are aligned to be
30.
5. While I was awake, I thought about camp the whole time. Like, what if the owl I heard while doing the paper route actually came? Or if I would get
What?
to the camp. Not the other kind.
Oh.
Or if I would get lost while doing the night hike.
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
Like
Damn.
the way you said night hike.
It was very hard getting back to sleep. I stayed awake until my mom came to wake me up. It was kind
At
of
actual 5:30 a.m.
It was kind of hard to get out of bed since I was really warm.
Oh gosh, that's a mood.
The morning before we went to school, we had scrambled eggs with a glass of milk and toast with peanut butter for breakfast.
Oh, a true American breakfast.
Before we headed to school, we checked to see if we had everything packed. I told everyone goodbye, then we left.
Sounds like you're never coming back.
We took the SUV to school and I rode with my mom. I was so excited when I was at school, but then I saw it was really crowded. Shelky was there.
Shelky.
I went to catch up with her.
First of all, that's not even the name you wrote down as the cheat sheet.
I changed it. While we talked, we played in the snow and then we went inside. Before we went anywhere, Mrs. Jorpa asked if
Jorpa.
Shelky and I could help carry the books that were in the metal baskets up the stairs, and so we did.
What?
Then we loaded the bus. We all found out that girls get to ride in one bus and boys get to ride in the other. And since my mom was coming too, she had all of my luggage.
How many, suitcases did you have
I had
packed?
to pack my house.
Okay.
The bus ride was bumpy and long, so I had to entertain myself while we were going. On the way there, I sat with Shelky and Keke.
Keke.
What we did on the way there was play Keke's SP, and we drew and talked a little. SP? SP?
What?
The video game system.
The DS?
No, SP.
PSP?
What? Okay.
When we arrived at the camp, it was
That
about
didn't answer my
10:30.
question.
We're just skipping right over it. Also, I appreciate that her bus didn't lose any luggage, unlike yours.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. trombone.
I had my trombone get crushed by a bus on the way to a competition. It was very sad.
I had a huge grin on my face, then switched to a frown since I was tired. Unloading the buses was a relief because I wanted to stand up, stretch, and move my legs. I slept in room 2.
Oh, thank you.
It was the first room on the left, so it wasn't hard at all to find. My roommates were Shelky, KK, Kaka.
No, change that person's name right now, ma'am.
Gabby then. Lila.
Wait, what was the point?
Cheat sheet?
What was the point of your cheat sheet? If you're not even gonna use it, you're not even gonna remember these names.
Even better. Keep it up.
Jorky, Cobby, Norby, my mom, Nappy, and
No!
I wouldn't use that.
Mrs. Frarp.
Stop changing people's names to poop or diaper.
Getting to know each other wasn't very hard. We all talked with each other, so it was easy. Taking a hike was very tiring, trudging through all that snow.
How about you take a hike? Back to your cheat sheet.
But we did find a lot of deer tracks, and we found one of the Orienteering buckets.
The what?
Orienteering.
Buckets.
The people at my table were Knack, Mac, Kika, Jonky, my mom, and Mrs. Ash.
Are we keeping track on who's where, when, and why?
No.
Okay.
Our skit idea was called The Monster.
Why are we doing a skit?
So that was one of the things that we did. We had to plan a skit that we would all end up performing at the end of dinner.
Thank
of the
you
nights
for
there.
explaining that because
You're welcome.
You know, missed too much exposition here. Didn't
Too much
explain anything.
Too much exposition with no sense of names, despite the fact that she wrote a whole cheat sheet. She went through this whole thing, wrote a cheat sheet to change names, and isn't even using it. What kind of extra bullshit?
We'd have somebody under a blanket, and Coach would call up somebody from our skit group, and we would look under the blanket and we would scream and run away.
What?
Some other group had KP duty.
What is KP duty?
Kitchen pull. I don't know. Kitchen police.
What?
Not my group. I had a turkey cheese lunch bowl with scales. A Capri Sun for lunch on Wednesday.
Oh, good for you. I guess the KP group means that they just didn't get to eat.
Yeah, I guess. Jeez.
Our activity group were Shelky, Ra, Claire,
What?
Una,
Don't. No.
Kissy, P Mom, and Alana.
Mom, no!
First, we did constellations. We learned all about the stars, like Draco.
Malfoy?
What?
I'm gonna get you, Potter. Oh, Potter. The Little and Big Dipper and Cassiopeia. Then we did recycling, which was cool because I got to drive the garbage truck.
Who is letting a fifth grader with no license just get up in this garbage truck?
I think it was like a toy truck. And I got to move it around on a table.
God.
We learned to recycle so that it can be used again rather than throw it away.
That is what recycling means, yes.
Next we did snowshoeing.
Snowshoeing.
And I had a really good time exploring. And then we came to this point where there were only a few people left, so we had a small race.
Oh, that's good.
Then we went into the teepee and it was really big. We got to learn about Native Americans and we got to touch buffalo body parts, which was really disgusting. We touched testicles.
I didn't need to know that about your past.
No.
I hope you mean you were touching buffalo testicles.
Yes.
Okay.
Next we went ice fishing. It was really relaxing, but I didn't catch any fish, but Cat did. He caught a bass. What?
You just sit on the ice. How is that relaxing?
No. For dinner, we had hamburgers with salads, peaches, and milk. The scraper was chosen by whoever the pickle bowl fork was pointed to had to be the scraper.
What? I feel like you had a longer thing and somehow managed to delete parts out of it, because none of this makes sense.
No, that's...
I've been following this line for line.
Oh.
We sang Oh My Darling Clementine, and poor Tommy Tinker sat on a dinker.
What?
Eating his Christmas pie.
Oh, you were just saying words at this point.
First, I went to build birdhouses, and Keepa was my partner, and we had a little trouble building the first one, but we went fast with the second one. Next was Snowflake Art. I didn't have any trouble at all. People at my table said my snowflake looked just like the one that was shown. Then we played bingo. I also came to one, but people would always get one.
What?
Oh. I almost came to one, but people would always get one. But I didn't win any, but at the end of bingo, we got to choose one candy.
She would almost get a bingo, but then people would call out bingo before she was able to get the bingo.
Okay, I'm glad you know how to translate
That's
this.
my translation of that.
Finally, it was the night hike. We went down to the river, and Mr. Fish made owl sounds, and we waited a while, and we heard a faint call. Then another, and then there were two owls speaking to each other. Then out of nowhere, we saw a great blue heron. When the calls were over, we headed back. For snacks, we had pop, water, Rice Krispies, and brownies.
Rice Krispies!
I went to bed at 12 o'clock.
Now, are you sure you actually went to bed at 12, or did you just have a vibe that it was 12 o'clock?
Pretty sure it's just the vibes. And I was very tired by everything we did. Thursday was a very busy day. We did a lot of activities.
Uh-huh.
Getting up wasn't that hard because my mom woke me up at 6:30. My mom told me that Kik had gotten sick. I got up right away and got dressed. After Kik had left, I was really disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
For breakfast, we had pancakes, cereal, and milk. The scraper was chosen from whoever had the craziest design on their shirt. I don't remember what we sang on Thursday after breakfast.
You know, I think we'll survive without knowing that as well.
No, you won't.
Oh, well.
For activities, we first did bird study. We saw a lot of birds that are only in Iowa for the winter. Mr. Shiat taught about...
Mr. Shiat?
Mr. Shiat! So, Mr. Shiat taught about animal tracks.
God.
While he was talking, someone yelled deer. I looked over, and there were 2 deer jumping a fence. They were running away. Next, we did orienteering. Nobody told us it was time to go on to outdoor cooking. Someone told us we were supposed to be orienteering and outdoor cooking.
I love that you highlight the communication issues with this trip. Like, they read this years later and they're like, oh man, we really messed up. We should have made it more clear what those kids were going to be doing, and that they got orienteering and outdoor cooking mixed up. That really is a shame.
I want my money back. So we ran outside, and these guys told us to grab wood, and we asked for directions. We ran there as fast as we could.
Okay.
When we got there, everybody was tired. For a snack, I had cherry pie. It was really good.
Thank you for letting us know.
They were the fancy ones that you make with like bread and pie filling.
I'm glad you remember, because I don't.
Yes, I love them. It was one of my favorite parts.
When we went orienteering, we were looking for the buckets, and we found a lookout place in a tree.
The buckets.
Buckets. We saw benches, a stone wall with a cross on it, and an altar.
And
For
the buckets.
For clarification, this is attached to a religious institution.
Oh.
Okay, so it's not like there's weird
sacrificial
culty things
stuff.
going on.
Well,
Freaking forest.
well.
I just wanted to clarify before everybody's like, "Whoa, this took a horror story all of a sudden."
It still could.
Well, yeah, but
Anyway, while we were doing outdoor cooking, we found a cross made of sticks.
You're telling me that's not some culty shit?
well, I mean, that's a different podcast than we are.
For lunch, we had mashed potatoes, chicken strips, pears, milk, and water.
Yum.
They give you such weird fruit pairings. I'm sorry. Like, why?
The scraper was chosen from whoever
Who
was...
is this friggin' scraper?
It's the person who scrapes all of the food off of the plates onto one plate and then into the trash.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, that's what that was?
Yes.
I'm glad you remember. The scraper was chosen from whoever was closest to the carrot and celery bowl. Next was the nature center. On the way there, I thought about if I would see any animals I've never seen before. While I was looking out the window, I saw stores and houses. When we finally got there, I was excited. First, we went to go look at animals. We saw deer, wolves, eagles, birds, owls, a bobcat, and a cougar. After looking at the animals, we went on a nature walk and we found holes where squirrels have dug, woodpecker holes, and deer beds.
Why you say it like that?
Anyway, after that, we went to the visitor center. We were all told to go to this room where I saw stuffed owls.
Oh no, it's the one from your paper route. I got him.
Then Joopy, the naturalist,
Naturalist.
naturalist,
Or naturalist named Joopy.
came in and talked about owls, and we got to feel owl feet and a hawk and owl wing. Then she said she would bring a live owl in for us to see. The owl was a short-eared owl, and it could be out during the day. After that, we went ice skating and sledding. I went ice skating first, and it was easy to ice skate because I knew how to rollerblade, and they were both alike.
I know how to rollerblade.
My name's Anna,
Yes, it is.
and I rollerblade. Before I went sledding, I had s'mores and hot cocoa.
Yum.
It warmed me up. The hill was really big, and I only got to go down on it twice.
Woo!
It was time to leave.
Time for me to leave.
See you later, Hill. I promise I'll call you.
God damn it. I rode with my mom on the way back to camp, and what we did is talk and listen to the radio.
Wow.
I was very tired and wanted to go to sleep. It was getting dark, too.
Oh.
For dinner, we had macaroni and cheese with rolls, butter, and cornbread cake. The talent show was good.
When were we having a talent show?
After dinner.
Just like how you say it so matter-of-factly. Our table skit was called The Monster. Our table skit was called The Monster, where we would have somebody hide under a blanket. Go
We
to
got this conversation already!
Did you just copy and paste this part? Why the fuck didn't you just describe it later?
I think it was put there by accident. Coach would call someone up from our group, and
In case you forgot the first time.
and we would look under the blanket, and we would scream and run away. For snacks, we had popcorn, cookies, brownie pop, and water. Then it was bedtime, and I still didn't sleep well. When I woke up, I could not get out of bed. I was really tired and warm. A few minutes later, I got up. Instead of eating breakfast at 8:30, we ate at 7:30.
Oh, man, really threw your whole schedule off.
For breakfast, we had sausage.
Anyone at home keeping track of the menu, too?
Sausage.
If you want to recreate your own day at Camp Ewok. Just make sure you go down on the hill. Twice.
Fuck.
And then leave.
Never call it again. Anyway, we had sausage, cereal, milk, water, fruit, and cereal bar.
One single cereal bar that got shared between everybody. You got one Fruit Loop off of it, and a little bit of icing, like one lick.
Gross. The scraper was chosen by passing the scraper around.
What do you mean?
Whoever had it had to be the scraper.
Does that make sense?
For activities, we went to play volleyball in the snow. It was easy to play, but the snow slowed you down. We only got to 6 keep-ups.
What?
Are you trying to say points?
No, keep it up. off the ground
What?
to pass it. Keep ups. It was
So descriptive.
It was time to go scavenger hunting. It wasn't hard at all
For
to
the
find.
volleyball, because it was white along with the snow.
It wasn't hard at all to find the stuff on the list. When we were trying to find a pine cone, all of a sudden my mom yelled, "A mouse!"
Well, that's not a pine cone, is it?
I looked at a snow pile and there was a fat gray mouse. And so on the list we wrote, "We found a mouse."
Wow. Extra credit, overachiever.
After that we went cross-country skiing.
I hated cross-country skiing because it hurt my ankles. We had like really icy snow on my trip, and so one of my skis got stuck underneath some of the ice snow.
Oopsies.
I had like the perfect weather for my trip.
I know, screw you.
It wasn't hard, but if you went too fast, you would either fall down or lose your balance.
I really love that anything is either hard or it's really easy. There's no in between.
I fell down 2 times.
Wow.
My table had
On
K.
that hill you went down on.
Oh my god. My table had KP duty, so we had to get in early. What we had for lunch was a taco salad with fruit, salad, milk, and water.
Ew.
Wow, a taco salad with salad. How original.
The scraper was chosen whoever had the smallest shoe size.
That just sounds like a prophecy. The scraper was chosen.
Whoever had the smallest shoe size.
It was time to go home. I decided to ride home with my mom.
Who else were you gonna ride home with?
The
The
bus.
Oh.
On the way home, we listened to the radio. I was very excited to be going back home and very tired.
Uh-huh.
When I got home, I just ran out of the car and went inside to see everybody. My dog was really happy to see me. I had to get used to my house again.
You were gone for 3
Is
days.
3 days too long?
Oh my god.
And when I went inside my room, it felt like I had just been there yesterday.
Well.
But I did.
But you had to get used to your house again.
I forgot the layout as soon as I walked in. What I did that night was play video games and rest.
Wow.
Being at Camp Ewok was fun but tiring. I hope the 4th graders will like being at camp. My favorite part at Camp Ewok was skiing, snowshoeing, and doing the night hike. I hope to go again another time. The end.
Woo! That was
That was
a
a doozy.
story.
How'd you like it? Do you feel Christmased?
What?
Do you feel
How was I supposed to feel Christmas from that?
Because it's
You played volleyball in the snow.
winter activities. You went skiing. You went down
I
on a
went
hill.
skin.
Skiing. You went down on a hill twice.
No, I didn't. You are the one who's gone down on the hill twice, not me.
But yeah, did you enjoy? Cool. What you got?
So I have a very, very short little journal entry I did as a youngin' about Thanksgiving and our Thanksgiving plans.
Thanksgiving is here.
Sure.
I think.
It'll probably be past Thanksgiving by the time this
Yeah, I
comes
was
out,
gonna
but
say,
you
I
know,
think we're
holiday
past it.
season.
Yeah.
It's
fine.
okay.
No.
Any day
we-
is Thanksgiving if you're thankful enough.
Yeah.
Tell me all about it, Harmony.
Yeah. So for this Thanksgiving, I'll be going to my grandma's house.
Mm-hmm.
It will rock.
Mm.
She is a really good pie maker. I can't wait. Mmm. Okay, thinking of Thanksgiving makes me hungry. Is it lunchtime yet? And if you want to know where I got the pie thing, I got it from my sister.
Can we just do a collective real quick? One, two, three.
Mmm.
That means you too.
I'll just sit off to the side. You it up there.
No, you're a co-host.
I
Okay.
don't want to be.
Collective co-host. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
We appreciate your support.
What you got, Beth?
Okay, so I know we read really bad writing. This is not the worst thing I've ever written. It's kind of sweet, but it's related to the holidays, so we said we'll throw it in there anyways.
Jingle, jingle.
This is one that I definitely had to write for class, and it's called Living Room Full of Life.
Aww.
Yeah, I know. Get your tissues out. You might cry. Living room full of life. In my grandparents' home sat a large leather chair, black, cracked, and peeling from wear and tear. So big we devoted a single corner to it, sitting among the rows of books collecting dust, as if it were its own tiny history section of a library. Never had I seen them open and their stories unfolded. The chair was only a small part of the living room's life, the cracked black leather taking witness to it all. Christmases with the gagged gift exchanges, the plates cluttered with warm steaming turkey, juicy ham, and buttery garlic-flavored mashed potatoes, sometimes even with the sugary cranberry relish dripping down the sides. The chair was a quiet witness, never protesting to the play we had with it. I remember we would play hide and seek behind it, the sleek leather sticking to our faces as our warm breath settled on it, morphing our faces and the chair into one. Sometimes we would make believe in the chair. We could be astronauts in a spaceship or pirates on a rocking boat. The chair never cared. There wasn't very much we couldn't pretend it to be. We had some wild imaginations. The chair was a bookkeeper for us, collecting our stories and bottling them up deep inside the cushion, protecting the memory of someone who used to be there. From the doorway of the living room, it was just a simple chair, seating those who needed rest and comforting them in its sleek and slender arms. For those of us inside the living room, we knew it was so much more. It was a fortress that could never be broken into, a refuge for those who felt alone, a place where memories would never die, though their creators would.
Oh.
The chair was so much more than a chair in my grandparents' living room, the living room that had seen so much of my life.
Aw, that was cute though.
Thank you.
It was cute. And then you had to go and remind us of our own mortality.
Well, unfortunately, it was true. So, that was the whole point of the poem, was recognizing people who have passed and the impact they have on our life.
Well, friends.
On that nice somber note.
Well, it was a good holidays. Happy holidays from all of us here.
Speaking of holidays, let's say you still have some holiday festivities you need to go to, and maybe you need some merch, or you need something fun to share with your friends.
Saran Wrap, tell us all about it.
Oh my god. Well, you could go to recordbuttongroup.com, and there would be links to all of our social media pages, all of the places that you can listen to us. You can share it with your friends.
If you're going on a nice long road trip.
Yeah. You can also go to trbmerchstore.com, and if you need to buy a present for your special someone, then you can go there and check out our sick merch.
Ooh.
You're doing a great job of selling it with all your oohs and ahs.
Happy Christmas and holidays and all the things in between. We love you here.
Don't forget to rate and review us.
Rate, review.
That would be the best present you could give us.
It
Yeah.
really
Good
would.
review and a rating. Maybe some more Facebook likes.
Check
Also, we
us-
have a Patreon. Did we mention Patreon?
Oh, yeah.
I did not. I was going to, but we have a Patreon, so go ahead and subscribe to our Patreon if you would like. There is a link to that in the description of this episode, as well as on our recordbuttongroup.com website.
Yeah.
All sorts of ways that you can give to your friends and family and to
us.
To us.
Now go eat some pie and have a happy day. Love you. I'm Anna.
I'm Harmony.
I'm Beth.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to Why Did I Write This?
Good night.
And to all a good night.
Why did I write this?